Hey knitters, Lindsay and Puddles here for a Stitch and Focus. Today's is a little bit different. We are just showing the technique for working two-color brioche, working both colors at the same time. There are a few instances, like if you're playing with short rows, where you don't want to slip a ton, so knowing how to work both colors at the same time can be helpful. And I will just apologize ahead of time, I am not the best stranding with my left hand, but you do have to have one color in one hand and the other color in the other hand. So starting with my knit stitch, and that's just my edge stitch, and you can see that the lime green is my main color here, and this red brown color, it's a gradient, it changes, is my contrasting color. The most important thing to remember is when you're working with the two colors is you always start with your contrasting color. You just simply bring it to the front. So you have your main color at the back and your contrasting color at the front. And then you work your main color bark, and now this one here is right here to slow, and so you bring it to the back. And then the next one will be a slip yarn over, but you only bring it to the front, and you bring your contrasting color and you work the burp. Slide it off. And your contrasting color stays in the front, and you work the bark, and you bring your contrasting color to the back, and then you work it's the slip yarn over, but you do not slip it. You just bring the main color to a yarn over position. So you bring it to the front and then send it back to the back. And you work a burp. And bring your contrasting color to the back. Work a bark. Contrasting color to the front, and main color to the front and then back. And a burp. And a bark. And a burp. And a bark. And a burp. And for this pattern, I end on a bark, and with both colors coming to the front per the pattern directions. So that is the right side, working both colors at once. Now the wrong side. If you thought I was a little wobbly stranding knits, wait till you see me purl with my left hand. Okay, so working my edge stitch, and the same thing. You bring your contrasting color to the front before you do anything else, so it's in place. And then your main color is starting with a burp. So burp. And your contrasting color is in place to go to the back for its bark. So contrasting color bark. Bring it to the front. Work your burp. Okay, so your main color mimics the yarn over, and you bark with your contrasting, and you bring it to the front. Your main color does its burp. You bring your contrasting to the back. Your main color you mimic a yarn over, and you do a bark, and bring it back to the front. Your contrasting is in the front, and you do a main color burp, and it goes over. You do your contrasting color bark, it comes forward. You do your main color burp, it goes back. Your main color mimics its yo. You do your bark, it comes forward. Your main color does its burp, it goes back. Main color mimics its yo. You do a bark, bring it forward. Your main color does its burp. You send it back. Your main color mimics the yo and you do a bark. Bring it forward. Both of them. Your main color does its burp. Whoops. And you finish with a yarn over to bring it into place per the pattern. And there you have it, working two color brioche at the same time. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Knit Echo Chic. Happy knitting!